I'm Dean from Web Refine, based here in the UK. We primarily help brands with all things web, primarily web design, web development, and most recently sort of been branching out into SEO.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks. So how long ago did you join 5-Hour SEO? It was like pretty near the start, like or near the
Yeah,
launch.
it was one of the early adopters to it. I think I'm on month 3 now, if I remember correctly.
And so you guys said your agency, your company, you do web design mostly, been getting into SEO more recently. Has 5-Hour SEO like helped you guys with that? Was that kind of like the starting point for that? Was it like, did it help accelerate the process? Like, what did it kind of look like as far as integration?
Well, I think sort of we've been dabbling with it for years, sort of on and off, but I think the 5-hour SEO has just allowed us to sort of dial in on what really matters and what moves the needle. There's so much misinformation out there, and it's just avoided falling into the pit of SEO myths, really.
Do you think the course content and like the way it's structured, do you think it kind of just filters out all that extra noise that, has been kind of thrown out there?
Absolutely. There's so many endless tasks you can be doing with SEO, some which borderline are even SEO. And like I say, this just gives you sort of laser sight to concentrate on what actually matters.
Had you ever taken like an SEO course or any like digital community of any kind before this one?
Yeah, as I say, I've been dabbling in SEO for years. So lots of Udemy courses and following the so-called YouTube gurus. Like I say, there's lots of misinformation out there. So
what about like digital communities and other channels, even like web design or anything else?
No, not so much communities. I've much more been sort of a course guy and then sort of just gone away and practiced what I've learned, really.
And compared to like the Udemy stuff or any other courses you've taken, how do you think this one stacks up?
There's loads of value there. It's well organized, easy to digest. And another big plus is obviously the active community, because there's bound to be questions outside of the course content that sort of everybody's got their unique sort of stance on things. So it's good to engage with people and sort of see other people on the same wavelength. So
speaking of the community, when I was first building it, I first had this idea, like I wanted to have like 100 hours of content, and everyone was like, that's a terrible idea. No one's going to watch 100 hours. Let's just, condense it down into, 5-6 hours of digestible stuff, and then answer any questions off the back. And then, create content for like more like meta type questions, like not so specific to brands, but more like general stuff. Do you think you prefer something like that, or would you prefer to have like more course content up front?
No, I think it's better where it's at, to be honest. It's lots of bite-sized, easy to digest things. I think you're right to say hours of content just wouldn't be the route to go down. I wouldn't suggest, no.
Yeah. Okay, cool. What do you think, like so far with your agency or even personally, what do you think the biggest win is since like deploying the tactics you've learned in 5-hour SEO?
I would say the collection page optimizations. Every sort of collection page we come across is massively under optimized, and obviously the secret sauce on the keyword locations and things. I mean, in most cases, we've seen these collection pages 3x on impressions. I mean, being on month 3, it's a bit early to sort of look at the clicks, because obviously more impressions is more impressions for less clicks, as an example. But yeah, impressions have pretty much 3x across the board. So
that's awesome. Yeah, sweet. Have you guys cut anything out of your existing or like previous SEO processes since joining?
No, like I say, a lot of it was all majorly under optimized, as in the categories were just pretty much product grids. So it's all been additional stuff that's just helped massively. So
cool. And you guys, I have to assume you get like the course is really meant for like the dev, like technical videos, and the collection page is really aimed at like Shopify sellers, but you guys, I have to assume, work in other platforms as well. Have you found it to be still pretty helpful on like WooCommerce, Squarespace, other like CMS?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're primarily WooCommerce, and it's all been transferable across the board. Sweet. I mean, there's obviously some technical issues that Shopify introduced that aren't a problem on Shopify, but like I say, it's all transferable skills, so it's great stuff.
Awesome, cool. Just one last question. I mean, it sounds like you are, but are you happy you joined the course / would you do it again?
Yeah, absolutely. It's well worth the asking price. Yeah, it's a no-brainer.
Awesome, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate the kind words. And yeah, thanks for taking the time. And yeah, we'll catch you in school.